ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another installment of the Ability Almanac. And my ear is like plugged all to hell. My name is Brian, and today we're going to be looking at the third DLC character in Injustice 2. Now, once I run out of characters to do, which will probably happen with Hellboy, I'm actually going to do Ability Almanacs the day after a character is released. So, say for instance, let's say the Atom is released December 15th, or whenever the hell that Tuesday is. The Wednesday of that day, by that time, I'll have all of the abilities for Atom, or at least I should, and thusly will be able to demonstrate all of his abilities for you. Well, without further ado, though, let's turn up the heat and check out Starfire. Starfire was one of the most anticipated DLC characters in all of Injustice 2, and her trait is nominally a full-screen blast that she can actually use after just about any special move, but it has a slow recharge time. With Jahal's strength, however, and Nova Burst, you can really augment it. Nova Burst costs all of the trait and allows you to buff it like hell, whereas Jahal's strength charges it so fast that even just tapping the trait button from Jahal's strength will allow you to regenerate enough for one blast. Whereas Nova Burst is an incredibly powerful combo starter and extender that surrounds immediately around Starfire. Now, these are some great ways to buff her trait, but in the next loadout, we're gonna take you for a spin cycle. Seriously. Bad Schlorvac is a great combo ender that starts high and allows you to side switch with your opponent. However, with the spin cycle ability, you can meter burn the Bad Schlorvac combo and use it to extend combos, or even to basically get a free launcher. And you can decide forward or back which way you want to put your opponent. It's a very useful way for a little bit of bar to kind of extend things for as long as you can. And if you're really good, you can use the lob thing, the crane thing on the Fortress of Solitude map in order to set your opponent into the corner, which is very useful indeed. Time to move on to the next loadout. The Star Blast is Starfire's signature projectile, but with a certain ability you can now meter burn it to fire 3 blasts right at the opponent in order to kind of cover more ground, and then, after those 3 blasts, augment your zoning with trait. You can also now unleash Floating Princess, a move that is exclusive to being in the air, and it allows Starfire to stay airborne for about 5 seconds. You can cancel early or perform any of your aerial moves, but performing a single aerial action, whether it be a jumping attack or an air star blast, will result in you falling to the ground. You can't do this forever. It's not quite like Hawk Girl's flying in Injustice 1, but it's still very cool nonetheless, especially since you kind of get some nice, albeit slow, air mobility. Plus, you can air dash out of the Floating Princess in order to kind of get some more distance in between your opponent and the like. Time to move on to the next loadout. The final ability we're going to look at today is Star Slam, a delayable leaping charge slam that can be cancelled into an air dash, and after the air dash, any action you want out of the air, outside from another air dash, of course. Now, normally you can only really cancel it into laser beam, but if you meter burn it, it becomes a straight up pop-up for more combo potential. For instance, a fairly basic 8-hit combo, which does a respectable amount of damage for 1 bar, relatively speaking, for this loadout. Or you get things like this sort of affair that just looks super cool, or even better with the laser light show. But we're gonna have to move on to the super combo and everybody's favorite part, frame data. I hope you enjoyed this video breaking down Starfire's abilities in Injustice 2. And remember that the schedule is going to change once we do all of the available characters that we have up until Hellboy. Once we kind of hit December, because I'll basically be out of Ability Almanac to do for a while, I'm going to start doing ability almanacs around the time that the character is released, usually probably about a day or two afterwards, just so that I can have time to get all the abilities and then show you all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, DFTBA.